I'm honored by the presence of the Honorable CLP leader and all the senior Congress leaders, Honorable MPs of Tamil Nadu Congress. And we are here to address a very, very serious issue. But before I come to the main topic of the meeting today, on behalf of the Congress party, I would like to express my condolences for the tragedy that has happened at Amarnath, where because of the flash floods and the downpour, a lot of pilgrims have lost their lives. And I think the count as of yesterday was about 50 people. So let us see how many people have passed away, unfortunately. That was a very unfortunate incident. And we would like to offer our deepest condolences to those who have passed away. Secondly, again on behalf of the Congress party, I would like to express my condolences on the passing away of the shooting of the former Prime Minister of Japan, Mr. Shinzo Abe. I also had the opportunity to meet Mr. Abe in 2005 as the leader of a delegation of MPs when we went to Japan. And he was the Deputy Prime Minister then. And subsequently, he became one of the longest serving Prime Ministers of Japan and proved to be a visionary Prime Minister in terms of picking up the economy of Japan and heralding the Japanese economy into the new era. Not only that, I think he was one of those leaders in Asia who foresaw the problems and the security concerns in the Asia-Pacific region, especially when it comes to the freedom of navigation in the South China Sea. All those things he foresaw, and he was one of the important supporters of the Quad, which is very, very essential because, as we face the threat from China today, we've been having that threat with China for over 2 years. So this Quad is proving to be an effective counterweight, and he was one of those important proponents of the Quad. And the 2+2 arrangement, that is foreign affairs plus defense dialogue for India with Japan. So it is a huge loss in terms of the support for that movement, but it's very unfortunate the way that we have lost his life, and we pray for his soul. Now coming back to the topic for the day, I hope that all of you have had a chance to glimpse through the paper that we have circulated. Now, national security and terrorism is a very, very serious topic. And Congress party has never attempted to politicize that. We have been the victims of politicization of national security by the BJP. And the BJP, which claims to be, heralding nationalism, we want to also have some questions for them, because some of the terrorist incidents that have happened in recent times and also in the past, some of the individuals who have been linked to those acts of terrorism have proven to have connections with the ruling BJP party. That is what we are questioning. We said, is that coincidental, or is that something that you are doing as a part of your agenda to polarize the nation? Because if you look at the incidents that have happened in recent times, whether it was the unfortunate beheading that happened in Udaipur, or the arrest of a terrorist that happened in Jammu and Kashmir, it is obvious that they had links to the ruling party. The person who did the beheading in Udaipur, he was working for the son-in-law of Mr. Gulab Chand Kataria, who is the opposition leader in Rajasthan. And the gentleman who was caught as a terrorist in Jammu and Kashmir, he was seen with the Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah, and he was seen to be an active party, a member of the BJP. And in the list, it shows other examples. And if you all remember, Davinder Singh, who was a senior police official in Jammu and Kashmir, he was caught driving in a unlicensed car with two terrorists towards Delhi. Charge sheets were filed against Davinder Singh when he was caught, but the governor of Jammu and Kashmir has exonerated him and has dropped all the charges. So all these are suspicious activities, and we have also given you other examples that find a strangely are linked to the ruling BJP, all these individuals. So we're asking, what is happening? I mean, are you putting the national security at threat by encouraging some elements who are meeting your polarization agenda of dividing the country across communal lines? Or is there a deeper agenda behind all these people being associated with the BJP? That is the question that the Congress party is asking today. Because, I mean, a lot of questions, there are a lot of loose ends. All these connections are so obvious. If it was the same thing with if it was the same individuals in the Congress party, they would have said, you are going soft on terrorism, you are encouraging terrorist agenda at the unity of the nation. All this they would have accused us. Now we are questioning them. These are very, very glaring links. What is your answer to this? We would like answers from the BJP. Strangely, they are silent when we question them. And if you look at the terrorist incidents that have happened after the BJP has come to power, if you look at the Balakot bombing that happened in Punjab, then the Pulwama incident where 40 BSF soldiers unfortunately lost their lives because of the explosion of 200 kgs of RDX. All these are very, very strange incidents, and there has been no follow-up. What has the investigation proved? This is what we would like to ask the BJP, because our national security is at risk while you are carrying on your agenda of polarizing the country along communal lines. So we would like answers, and we thought that as a responsible national party, we should ask the BJP these questions, and that is why simultaneously today across 20 cities we are holding this press conference, and we are asking the BJP, please give us answers. And we feel that in their pursuit of a communal agenda of polarizing the country, they are compromising national security. This is how the Congress party has interpreted the action or the non-action of the BJP government and the follow-up on some of these glaring cases. So with that, I would like to end my press meet, and we have quoted several examples and links of individuals to the ruling party and the damage that has caused subsequently. And if you look at Masood Azhar, who was actually released in 1999, the Kandahar hijacking, he went on to form the Jaishi terrorist outfit, which did the attack on the parliament and subsequent attacks. So these are all the undoings of the BJP governments of the past and the present, and seriously affecting the security of the nation. So with those questions, I would like to end the press meet, and if there are any questions from you, I'll be happy to take them. It's all described in the papers, how those individuals, like, the guy who was caught as a terrorist in Jammu and Kashmir, he was seen with the Home Minister. Similarly, others who had links, they were seen with the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister, senior leaders, and like I said, the guy who did the beheading in Udaipur, He works for the son-in-law of Mr. Gulab Singh Kataria, who's the leader of opposition in the Rajasthan Vidhan Sabha. So all these are, I mean, what more links can we give you? And Devinder Singh, who was supposed to be a very reputed police official in Jammu and Kashmir, he was caught ferrying two terrorists towards Delhi. Strangely, the governor has exonerated him, dropped all the investigations. And we would like to know the reasons why. Why are you doing this? I mean, somebody who has been accused of this, what are the answers? What are the reasons? So that's why we have documented all this and we've presented it to you, and I hope you will look at them. And I'm sure, you will have much more information than I have, and you can look into the credibility of the facts we have presented. See, they can accuse us of anything, but they can't wish away facts. We are presenting facts before you. What is happening, what has happened in the past, what's happened in the present, and the links. Now, it is not our agenda to politicize the aspect of national security, but we want to question these things. These incidents have happened. Why hasn't there been an investigation? What is the follow-up? And we feel that these incidents are also peaking to suit the agenda of the ruling party. And we feel in their pursuit of communal polarization, they are harming the national security.
BJP is trying to almost increasing the state ruling actually, because if you compare in the past and the state ruling numbers are increasing day by day. If you take the Maharashtra also one of the examples. So what's your take on this?
See, I mean, actually I wanted to keep the meeting focused on this agenda, but you have asked an important question, equally important question. Like, if you have noticed the trend, wherever they have come to power, it has been through deceit. It started off with Manipur, Goa. Subsequently, they toppled the Madhya Pradesh government. Subsequently, Karnataka government. Now Maharashtra. So this has been their game. They are not coming through popular numbers. So this is, I feel, a very, very unfortunate development for the faith in democracy. See, people are voting for a certain party, people are voting for a certain coalition, and that coalition is ruling. And then you are toppling it through, various pressures. Eventually, what will happen is people will lose faith in democracy. And if democracy is endangered, the nation is gone. So I think it is very important for young journalists like you to understand, also create this understanding in the society. Because we believe we are the largest democracy in the world today. And we say, okay, we are a very vibrant democracy. But if that democracy is in danger, then, people will lose their faith.
BJP is continuously in Tamil Nadu, BJP is continuously raising a lot of leaders inside. Most importantly, they are rowdies, and they have a lot of problems they can political problems.
See, if you look at the economic situation today, we have the highest unemployment rates in over 45 years. Highest unemployment rate. Recent figures have shown that in the last 2 years, the middle class, we were proud of the middle class of India as a spending class. In the last couple of years, it has come down from 99 million to 66 million. In such a situation, everybody has an aspiration. And also, it also produces anti-societal elements. If the BJP is attracting those kind of elements, it goes in consonance with what I'm saying. These are the kinds who are joining the BJP.
They will divert our focus on this thing, terrorism.
What is the growth of TMC
No. Let's keep focused on the
Yes.
thing. Let's not.
Terrorism,
yeah.
BJP.
Pardon me? No. We through this press conferences, we have highlighted all these links, and we want to make people to understand that these are the kind of elements that are there in the BJP, and they have a direct link, and it is suiting their agenda.
We can expect a biggest rally or something from Congress about this issue.
No, that is not for me to decide. Right now, we are doing the press conference, and we will announce it if we are doing anything else.
Sir, do you think the BJP government playing with national security is on? Because recently the Congress are doing scheme also, and lot of issues are. Do you think that BJP government playing with national security?
That is what I have been saying, that they have seriously compromised national security. They have not given answers to any of these things, all these terrorist acts. But their biggest, the most glaring failure in the compromise of our national security is the Chinese sitting across our border for over 2 years. They are sitting there and they are not moving. It has never happened in the past. And see, that is a threat. A strong neighbor sitting on a border for over 2 years and fortifying themselves, that is a serious threat. What bigger threat can you want? And just look at the national burden of maintaining our troops there also. If you have to maintain 50,000 troops, just imagine the economic burden that the country is enduring to maintain those troops.
So BJP government supported the terrorism. நீ சொல்ற மாதிரி BJP government terrorism வந்து support பண்றாங்க.
BJP supporting terrorism.
No, we are saying, see, I don't think any responsible national party will encourage terrorism. I'm not saying that. We are not here to make baseless allegations or politicize the agenda. We are saying all the incidents that have happened in the recent past and in the past, the guys who are involved in those incidents have a direct link to the BJP. So, are these happening to suit their political agenda? Or if these guys have been so blatantly obvious, why haven't you arrested them? What has been the follow-up action? We are asking them. So when there's no action taken against these individuals, naturally the doubts arise. What are the links to the government? What are the links to the ruling party? That we are saying, please clarify those doubts.
மத அரசியலை முன்னிறுத்தியும் பாஜக தொடர்ந்து அரசியல் செய்து வருகிறது. ஆனாலும் அந்த மத அரசியல் ஒரு சில அரசியல்வாதிகளால் அது கருத்து சுதந்திரம் பாதிக்கப்படுது. இஸ்லாமியர்களுக்கு தொடர்ந்து அநீதி தொடர்ந்து பாஜகவில் இருக்கிற முக்கிய அரசியல்வாதிகளால் ஏதோ ஒரு சர்ச்சைக்குரிய கருத்து தெரிவிக்கிறதுனால அவங்களோட இஸ்லாமியர்களோட ஒரு சில பிரச்சனைக்குள்ளாகி வருது. இதை எப்படி பார்க்குறீங்க?
Communal politics doing BJP is it against Muslim? What your views?
See, like I said, the BJP's agenda is very clear of polarizing along communal lines. If you remember what the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh said before the elections, he said there's 80 of us against 20 of them. How obvious can anybody be? So this is very, very unfortunate. I think even if you look at the composition of their MPs, the last Muslim MP was Mr. Mukhtar Sabbar Abbas Naqvi. He's no longer an MP now. So I mean that's their own choice. But the communal agenda is very, very obvious, and it is unfortunate that a secular country like India is facing this. Yeah.
காங்கிரஸ் இல்லாத இந்தியாவையும் முஸ்லீம்கள் இல்லாத இந்தியாவையும் உருவாக்குவோம்னு பாஜக தலைவர்கள் ஒவ்வொரு இடத்துலையும் சொல்லி தராங்க. இதை எப்படி பார்க்குறீங்க? ஏன்னா ஒரு ஜனநாயக நாட்டில் இது போன்ற கருத்துக்களை சொல்றது வியப்புடையதா இருக்கு.
Without Congress, without Muslim, you run the show. BJP say
India without Muslims, without Congress, they will create.
See, that's all wishful thinking. They can hope like that. But see, that's very unfortunate. See, we are in a healthy democracy. You can't expect parties to disappear. and a party which has strong roots like the Congress party all across the country, I don't think they can wish for it, but it will never happen. Okay, then I think eventually it is for the public to realize which party is more productive for the country, which is the party which has governed them well, which is the party that has created employment, which is the party which has ensured equitable distribution of wealth. Let people think. Right now they may be, caught in the maya of the BJP, but I'm sure people will realize.
மாநிலங்களவை உறுப்பினர்கள் இந்த விவகாரத்தில் வந்து இளையராஜாவுக்குலாம் வந்து பொறுப்பு வழங்கியிருக்கிறது வந்து தென்னிந்தியாவில் வந்து பாஜக சீக்கிரமாக கைகொண்டுரும் அப்படின்றது வந்து தெரிவிச்சிருக்காங்க. அமித்ஷாவும் சீக்கிரமாக தென்னிந்தியாவை கைப்பற்றுவோம் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி கூறியிருக்கிறது. இந்த பட்டியலிட்டவர்களுக்கு மட்டும் முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுக்கிறது இங்கே உள்ள சாதிய கலவரத்தை தூண்டி அதில் அரசியல் செய்யும் அந்த அரசியல் இது வந்து சரியானதா?
See, now you're totally diverting from the topic of the day. So I will not answer that.
We focus on this thing.
Yeah, let's focus on this.
What are you expecting from this? What is the solution?
First of all, we want to create awareness.
Okay.
Okay, that's why we are doing this press meet all across the country, and this is to make people think. With evidence we are giving you. These links are there. Please understand the nature of the BJP, and all these incidents are helping their division of the along communal lines. So please, this is a danger. That's a real and present danger. We want to warn the people through this press conference and make them realize.
Okay, right. Thank you.